Good evening, everybody. Mike Vacchi, PrincetonTrader.com, here with your evening recap. Okay, looking at a daily chart of the ES, and when we talked last night, we talked about us making a steady move down to the middle Bollinger Band, and that happened. We went down and we broke through. And I said on the market webcast this morning that if the bears were to break through the middle band, they really needed to close below it. Otherwise, they were going to leave, they're going to leave a hammer on the chart. It's going to look like to any casual bull who's a dip buyer, like, okay, well, we retraced back to 1680, back to the middle band. Now we're bouncing. I want to come in and buy. And so the bears have opened themselves up to that. The bears need to have another day tomorrow, and they need to have a bigger day than they had today. Otherwise, if the bulls are able to break above today's high of 1693.5, it really pretty much opens up a retest of the 1705. There's really nothing to hold it back at that point. Absent news or, something goes on in the world that we don't know about. Just based purely on the chart, that's what you have. So the bears have got to show up tomorrow. They have to show up. They have to ideally make a lower low versus the 80.5 that they put in today and close below the middle band. So tomorrow, today put the issue at hand, and tomorrow we're going to see what the answer to the question is of who is going to control this, whether we just have a slight pullback from 1705 to 1680, 25 handles, or if this kind of bounce off the middle band is the bull's last stand and the bears want to take it down to test 1670. That's what's on the table. Let's briefly review today's trade. Then I'll slap the new pivots up and we can talk about those. Okay, I put quite a few charts up on Twitter today and up on the website, and I'm going to try to do that every day because I think it's helpful to you guys during the day, and it kind of illustrates some of the things that we do in the chat room and some of the things the levels do that maybe people don't know about. So what I talked about today was this green line, the 9-day pivot, the 1689.33. It provided resistance off the regular trading hour open, and then we had a strong move down to the lower level, which today was 1681.5. So, typically the lower level the first time around it's going to be a fade, and that allows you to get long. We were able to get long for a little bit of a scalp. And then there was a retest down to test the level perfectly, right down to 81.5, bounced off, and basically for the majority of the day didn't really look back. We got back up to the 89 level, and I sent on another chart that basically said, what's it going to be? Are we going to head up to this upper area here, this triple pivot area that I told you about last night, or are we going to head back down and retest the lower level? So we're getting a little bit of an answer to that right now. We just broke out the last 20 minutes or so above 1690. So let me slap the new pivots on and we'll talk about tomorrow. Okay, we've got tomorrow's pivots up, and what we have is a double pivot area in the 87.88, and we've gone up now. We've jumped above that area and obviously hit some stops and run it up into the 1692 area, and you've got 3-day pivot just underneath. So I'll be interested to see what kind of legs the bulls have. This is kind of playing out from what we discussed originally on the daily chart. The bears opened themselves up. They tested 1680, it held, they closed above the middle band, and they've exposed themselves now to a move above today's high, above the 93.5 area, up into 95, 96, and in my opinion that opens up 1705. So we're starting to see the little bit of a breakout play out in the Globex. If we get a retest of the 87.88 and it holds, that's something if you're an overnight trader that you can long. If it breaks down for any reason, I would expect then 87.88 to be resistance. So everybody have a great night. Mike Vacchi, PrincetonTrader.com. Again, please check out the website. Check out the charts we had up today. It kind of walks through everything that was happening. There's 3 or 4 of them there, and it points out an excellent gold trade that we have at the levels today. Feel free to check out the chat room, check out the levels, and I will be out with a market webcast first thing tomorrow morning, and I will talk to everybody then. Have a fantastic night.